Hi, water signs. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your June 2021 reading for all the Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios out there. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified in the subscriptions every time I do a video, which is every Saturday. So welcome to all the water signs for the month of June. Your cards were flipping out. So you guys might be flipping out too. The first card is not for you. The next one is orphaned and it's upside down. The next one is unfinished symphony and it's upside down. The next one is time for a nap. You guys, I normally do 3 cards and 5 of them jumped out. And the next one is poised and it's upside down. So I'm going to give you my go of this reading. Okay, something that you thought was for you is not for you. And you're feeling really abandoned and rejected right now. And that's part of this process. And I'm so sorry that whatever you thought was right for you isn't or wasn't, but rejection is God's protection. So whenever something doesn't work out for you, it's because the divine has something way better for you. And when it's happening, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like, holy shit, I hope I'm going to be okay. Michelle, can you please tell me when the other shoe is going to drop so I can catch it? You guys, the support's going to be there. You don't have to be waiting with your arms out to catch it. The divine has got your back today and always. You don't have to wait for the rug to be pulled out from underneath you. The unfinished symphony is you've got unfinished business, and I know you don't want to hear about it, but there's loose ends that you have to tie up before you can go to your next journey, to the next part of wherever you think you need to be. This is time for a nap. This is permission to rest. This is permission for a pause. This is a permission for downtime, which you guys are goers, doers, beers. And this is like you are a human being, not a human doing. And this is time for you guys to rest. And poised, when it's upside down, this is like grace and elegance, and you're freaking ready. And this is like, you're not ready yet. I know you want to be ready. I know you think you're ready. You are not ready yet. And I don't want to give you bad news, and it's not bad news, but this is time to, whatever is meant for you is meant for you. You can't screw it up. You're not going to, and you don't have to hurry it along because it is for you. It's always been for you. The divine has amazing plans for you, and being able to trust that and wait for it instead of thinking, I need to make this frickin' happen. That is a normal reaction. You are going to get what you want and what you need, and you don't have to force it. Just so you guys know, I'm going to read the meanings of this and explain it a little bit deeper. But I just want to tell you, water signs, you guys are psychics, you're light workers, and you're healers, and you are meant to shine your light. And I think, you guys, what has happened to you, because you have given your time, your love, and your energy to every single person and not yourself. So this reading is telling me that you need to refuel, that you are allowed to refuel and fill your own gas tank, fill your own cup, however you look at it. It is not your job to supply other people with your energy. You can tell them where you got it. You can tell them where you go to get it. You can tell them how you keep it, but it is not your job to light other people's flames. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about when I'm telling this to you. You feel it in your body first. It usually does not feel good. You feel depleted. My one girlfriend used to say about there's people who are called ask-holes. Instead of an asshole, there's ask-holes. There's people who constantly ask for advice and never take it. And you get done talking to them or get off the phone with them and you feel like something just sucked the life out of you. These are energy vampires. These are people that it is not your job to light their flame. What your job is to set boundaries and let them know. If you have somebody who depletes you and you're related to them and you have to talk to them, you might call them 10 minutes before you have to be somewhere. I only got 10 minutes. So when you get there, you can hang up. So you actually have something that's true to get you out of it. Instead of feeling like, oh my God, this person never stops talking. Can't get off the phone with them. If you know you need to call them when you have a limited amount of time where there is no way you can stay on the phone with them. These are tips and tools that I had to learn how to use too in order to keep my energy protected. So this is just saying there's ideas and ways, not that you can avoid these people forever or people that suck the life out of you, but you can limit the amount of time that you have with them or make sure that you have plans after that stops you and gets you out of a situation. Always have an escape plan. So this is a clear knowing that something is being denied to you. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek may always seem to elude you. It's as if you really don't get to be in the game. You feel like you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you're not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces that desire, this is the divine forces who desire the best for you, and have a much clearer idea of what's for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust it. You guys, when this is happening, the rejection, it sounds so easy. Rejection is God's protection. Oh, God has something better for me. No, it doesn't feel like that. It sucks. It's painful. It's disappointing. But it's not working out because it's not for your highest good. So the divine wants you to have the absolute best. I know this for a fact. God wants you at the Ritz-Carlton, not on the clearance rack. And I want you to believe that for yourself. And I think you think that about other people, but you don't think that. It's not you don't think it, you don't feel that for yourself. So this is letting you know that you're allowed to want and have these things for yourself. And the next one is orphaned, and it's upside down. So this abandonment shit, it is deep. It goes back to our childhood. It says a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel the need to remain apart because the intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you performed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as a whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect with others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. Okay, so you guys, you might have some unhealthy relationships with your family members. Who doesn't? Most family relationships are intertwined. They're dysfunctional. They're screwed up, and this is all part of the stuff that we're here to help heal. So this is saying that there might be some relationships that you had to cut out, or you did cut out, and you needed to do that in order to keep yourself safe and protect yourself. But it's saying everybody's not your family. So I'm going to give you an example. I grew up in a house where my mother did not hear the word no or stop. So the only way to get her to stop was to disengage and not talk to her. And when I was 22, maybe 24, I think 24, a woman said to me, just because she's your mother does not mean she's entitled to a relationship with you. And I felt like God came down and took bricks off of me. And I had to break up with my mother because she did not stop ever. So as a result of having a parent who wouldn't listen to you, and it wasn't she wouldn't listen to me, she couldn't hear me. Did you ever talk to somebody and you knew they couldn't hear you? So when people can't hear you and they keep like, sometimes the only way to keep yourself safe and guard yourself and protect yourself is to remove yourself. So not only did I remove myself from my mother, every time somebody wronged me, I removed myself from them too, cut them off with an axe, dead to me. It's now called ghosting. I ghosted everyone. I didn't know how not to ghost people because it was how I kept myself safe, and it's how I protected myself. I assumed that most people were like my mom, and they weren't. But I assumed that they weren't going to be able to do what I needed or wanted, so why bother? So I just stopped having relationships with people, and eventually my list got so long, and there were so many people that I didn't talk to, and the only thing that was consistent throughout that list was me. So this is saying you might have had to sever ties in order to survive and protect yourself, but this is saying there are safe people for you. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not everybody is your family. So I hope that helps you guys, because I really wished I had people who could explain this stuff to me when I was going through it, because I didn't know what was happening. I just knew that there was a list of people that I could no longer talk to anymore. So the unfinished business, incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. So this is saying when unfinished business card casts a shadow over your life, it's a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It's not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. So what this is letting me know is maybe you guys are in a pause. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, a lot of times it's hard to move. And, you know, when I heard Jay Shetty talk about depression, deep resting. And then I heard Lee Harris say, you're in a pause. So a lot of times we go into pauses because it's a coping mechanism. And so however long your pause needs to be, it's not wrong. This is not a shameful thing, but the procrastination, a lot of time, what that's about. And there's a great book. I listened to it on audio. It's called From Clutter to Clarity, and it's about procrastination. And it says a lot of times, one of the reasons why we procrastinate is we're not afraid of the first thing. We're usually afraid of the second thing or the third thing. And so the best way to give you an example is just say your house is messy. Just say you're not able to keep up with your cleaning. Just say you've been overwhelmed and you haven't cleaned your house, but it's really not about the cleaning. If you clean your house up, you might have to invite people over, and maybe you don't want to have people over. So if your house is messy, it's a way not to have people over. So what this book was saying, and it's wonderful, and if you get the opportunity, I really suggest reading it because it was so helpful, and it was very affirming and confirming that, you know, you guys, this happens to everyone. People get overwhelmed, people get paused, but a lot of times what you really need to do is to be held accountable. You need a support system, and you need to hear yourself say it out loud that you're going to do something, or you make a commitment with somebody else. If you have paperwork that you need to get through and you just can't do it, I'm going to sit down for 15 minutes and work on this. Or I'm going to invite Carrie over and have Carrie help me work on this paperwork for an hour. Like, get an accountability partner or somebody who can help you instead of just being like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. It's just too much. Like, try and hold yourself accountable out loud and get somebody to help you with it. There is no shame in needing help or asking for help. You don't have to do everything by yourself, on your own, for yourself. So this is just saying, you guys, you've been in a pause with certain things. It's okay. You'll get to it when you're ready. This is not to shame you, but this is just to give you some tools of how to get moving if you're having a hard time, if you're in your pause. But it's saying you're in your pause of procrastination, but there's also it's time for a nap. Like, this is permission for rest. This is permission for downtime. So it's like, don't over freaking do it. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. I just read the wrong card, but it's like, it's the right card because it doesn't happen. So receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence, which is what I was just suggesting, is you guys get some help. It's okay to seek outside help. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Sometimes it's just really nice to get another opinion. It doesn't mean you have to go with it. It doesn't mean you have to use it, but sometimes it is so nice to have an outside person give you some ideas of how to look at the picture a little bit differently. So it's saying rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. This is the time to take a step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Get in a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your list, and your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let your dreams surface and ideas flow through you. Absence any force or conscious direction as you observe without engagement now. So you guys, this is like, go do things that bring you joy, that are fun. There was a time a couple years ago where I just felt like I need to rest. I need to rest. I need to rest. And every time I rested, I never felt rested. And I did start taking CBD oil. I needed it for pain. And I also started taking it for pain, but all of a sudden one day I'm like, I feel rested. Like, I think I was having anxiety. I was feeling like this tightness in my chest. Like, I just needed to rest. I just needed to rest. I just needed to rest. But I never felt like I could breathe. And not breathe, but like relax. And so I take this stuff, it's called Canna-Curmin. It has 0 THC in it because I'm in recovery, but it's called Canna-Curmin, and it is by North American Herb and Spice Company, and it comes in caplets. I don't get any money for telling you guys I take this, but I was taking it for pain, and I still take it. I take 2 caplets twice a day, but I feel like calm. And it took about 3 months before I started to feel that way. First, it was helping with the pain, but then the one day I'm like, oh my God, I rested and I feel rested. So it took a good 90 days before I really felt this second benefit of it. So just to let you guys know, if you're having a problem, CBD oil has been extremely helpful for me. The next one is Poised, and it's upside down. So this was saying like, I'm ready, elegance and grace, and this girl is jumping off, but this is like, not yet. Hold your horses. If you've ever heard that expression, if you guys remember, hold your horses. And I'm like, I don't have horses, but I always wanted a horse. So Poised is upside down. So let me read the exact meaning for you. It says, you are not ready to move forward at this time. And that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes. But if you adapt a fake it till you make it attitude, you will land in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you're ready. It's better to disappoint others now than wish you had later. So you guys, this is saying, take your nap, rest, rejuvenate, clean up the stuff you need to clean up, your unfinished business. And also, like, go have fun. Go do things that bring you joy. Go out in nature. If you guys love hiking, riding your bike, being outside, Longwood Gardens. I'm in Pennsylvania. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but we have this Longwood Gardens. There's beautiful gardens. If you guys like to rollerblade or walk or paint rocks or get a hula hoop or get out your guitar, start singing. If you play an instrument, that's how your stuff will come to you, is by doing things, dancing, doing the things that make your heart happy. That's how you rest. That's how you rejuvenate. That's how you renew. That's how you get connected back to yourself. This says, proceeding softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. So water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios, what this is telling me is you guys are super busy and you're used to keeping yourself busy and distracted. And this is like all of your ideas, all of your great things are going to come to you with downtime. Another thing you could try is a yoga class, a dance class, a Pilates class, meditation. If you've never meditated before, there's guided meditations on YouTube, getting you back to your breath, learning how to calm, learning how to self-soothe in a positive way, learning how to just have some quiet time, hide in the bathroom if you need to. You guys need some downtime. This is permission for it. The next one is Rising Above. And this is a girl, she looks like she's in the lotus position of yoga. So I'm telling you guys, I think water signs, you need to get your ass to yoga. I see only beauty and grace. First of all, you guys are beauty and grace. That's why you see it. But this is a girl, namaste. Get your ass to yoga. And the next one is Looking Deeper. So it says, deep within me is a majestic radiance. You guys, this is like jewels that are underneath the surface. So what this is telling me is like, You guys are the diamond in the rough. You have been dulling yourself, your spirit, and your shine. And maybe you thought your kids were more important than you, or other things were more important than you. And you're starting to realize you're equally of value as everybody else. And you're starting to look and examine that. And that is a process too. So you guys are opening to this change, which, congratulations, you're on the right track. You're doing a great job, but this is, you need some downtime. You guys, if you do not take care of yourself and you go around taking care of everybody else, you will get sick. I promise you. I don't wish that for you, but a lot of times the only time we give ourselves permission for downtime is when we're physically ill. And a lot of times when you cannot stop yourself or slow yourself down, it will come out in your body. It'll make you sick. So you will get headaches. You will get stomach aches. You will have irritable bowel. You will have anxiety. You will have depression. You will have fibromyalgia flare up. You will have an autoimmune disease. These are all signs of not listening to yourself, and they come out in your body, and a lot of times they have to get really big until you can't not notice. Again, this is not to punish you or make you feel bad. This is just to let you know that's God's way of doing for you what you cannot do for yourself. A lot of times you do not take care of yourself until you absolutely are forced to. So I hope you guys don't get forced into it. I hope you're able to give yourself the permission, because it's coming from the divine. It's not even coming from me. The divine is giving you permission to heal, to rest, to have fun, and to take care of yourselves. The next one is gentleness. And this is Jesus. And it says, strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. You guys, first of all, you have wings. You know you have wings. You are love in action. What this is letting me know is that you need to apply your love in action to everybody else for yourself. So I'm asking you right now to pinky promise that you will apply some love in action to yourself. Write down in the comment or put a pinky in there. I don't know if there's a pinky emoji, but all the water signs, please put a pinky emoji in there, or put pinky promise, Michelle. I would really appreciate it, because I need for you guys to be well and to take care of yourself, because you are light workers, you're healers. You're meant to help other people heal, but you can't do that if you aren't well. So the next one is sacred space, and it says, time for the dreamer in you. Find your power in stillness in your sacred space. And your sacred space is the peace you seek. So you guys, this whole reading for all the water signs keeps telling me that you guys need your sacred, alone, downtime space to shut it down. And the next one is cycles, and it's like, we are all becoming. Surrender to the changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. We are all becoming. You guys, you know this about yourselves. We are all becoming. Nobody has their shit figured out. Nobody is better than anybody else. We are all equal. We are all children of God. We're all equal. And we're all becoming. So trusting this process, it takes a lot of practice. So it's okay if you don't trust it, but just try practice. Fake it till you make it. Pretend like you trust it. The next one is love, and it says, listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1,000,001 reasons to love. You guys are pure love, and you give it to every single person you know. And I think you guys have a hard time seeing it in yourself. You can see it in everybody else but you, but this is the divine saying you are loved more than you know, and you don't have to keep guarding and protecting yourself. You're here not only to help other people, like the reason why you show everybody else love is because you know what it's like to not feel it. So you go out of your way to give it to everybody else. And that is very admirable. And the divine is so proud of you for that. But this is like, you are so lovable, and you guys need to hear it, and you need to know it. And the only way you're going to hear it, know it, and feel it is if you go within and give yourself some downtime to take care of yourself and fill your spirit back up. So all the water signs for the month of June, this is your sign signing off. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel.